Hello. How are you doing?
Why are you speaking so quietly?
I don't know. Why are you speaking so quietly?
Probably because there's a little thing that's asleep on your lap.
They're already in the chat saying, "Shut up, puppy." There's going to be like mutiny. Shut up, puppy.
Right?
Come on.
Oh my God. You guys are funny.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome. This is like our second Sunday live haul in a row.
We are on a roll.
Can you even handle it? I see that maybe today we'll have our highest viewership ever just because people want to.
It's because of the puppy.
People want to meet Ripley. So we got a puppy this week. We got her on Tuesday, and she's just about 10 weeks old now. She was ready to come to us pretty much like right in the middle or towards the end of the or I guess the beginning of our remix event. And so they held on to her for an extra week, but she's about 10 weeks now and she's freaking cute and she's super awesome. And I brought her up here and she immediately curled up on my lap. So why don't you go ahead and debut her to the people?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. She's freaking cute. She's a Chiweenie.
She just wants to snuggle because she's sleepy.
She does. So
this is Ripley.
Actually, it's Ripley von Zilverberg, and
she will not let me turn her around. She's got my necklace.
And she's got like little sharp puppy claws. So it's like a cat. She gets a hold of you. But she's a Chiweenie. Her mom is a wiener dog schnauzer, and her dad's a Chihuahua of some sort. But anyway, she's real freaking cute. And she's super tired and cuddly right now.
She's about 2.5 pounds. So she's teeny, tiny. And we think she'll probably get to be about 5 or 6 pounds. I don't think she'll be much bigger than that.
Yeah. I hear full size for dogs of her kind. It's like 6 to 9 months is when they kind of get close to their full size. But she's real cuddly right now. Anyway, so we'll probably bring her out some more later in the show if she's not completely asleep. But she might just be sleeping on my lap the whole time. Or in your lap, whatever. But she's real freaking cute.
She's really cute. We have her sleeping in a crate next to our bed at night. And she wakes up every 2 to 3 hours because she's a baby. And this is her first week away from her mom and her siblings.
Yeah.
So she cries every few hours, but she's really cute.
Yep. Well, I learned some tricks from the Google. I found like a video of how to kind of teach dogs to get used to their kennel and not cry. And it's been kind of magical. So it's like she'll wake up like night before last, she woke up like 5 times. Last night it was only 3 and started crying. But when I do this little trick where I basically just get down next to the kennel and just kind of put my hand on the side of it and go shh. It's very special. I go shh. And within I swear, less than 10 seconds, she immediately lays back down and goes right back to sleep. It's weird.
It happens really, really cute. So definitely, I will always tell people, and Katy will too, we adopt, don't shop, that kind of thing. She was bred, but she is not bred by breeders that they don't breed to sell the dogs. She came from a friend of ours.
Friends of Vikki's that
they bred their favorite dog, because they wanted one from their litter, thinking they were going to have 3, and they had 7.
Yeah.
So
they weren't advertising them and putting them up for sale or anything like that. But so, because for me, I'm very adamant that we have to get rescue dogs. But I got kind of tricked into this one.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
And now she's going to eat your necklace.
You get that thing on your lap, so you take her.
Let me see you here. Let's see if we can get her to.
Yep, she wakes up because she wants to make sure someone's there. She's not alone. It does work with babies. Exactly. It's like when you go into the baby's room and just kind of rub their back a little bit when they wake up and make them go back to sleep. She's just like that. She's like a little baby.
She's real, real cute. Now she's going to curl right back up. Anyway, and so I got to name her because Vikki got her way on everything pretty much. And I said, okay, then I get to name her. And so I named her Ripley after Ellen Ripley of the Aliens franchise, which Vikki's like, meh. And I'm like, hello, kind of the most badass female protagonist in the history of cinema. So I think it's
I saw the movie once, whenever it came out.
That's your problem.
30-something
so then
years
I guess
ago,
we need to sit down and watch all the Alien movies. And then maybe you'll feel differently. But I think it makes her pretty effing cool. So,
so Gail asked, do they know how many puppies are coming out before birth? So they have a lot of dogs, and they've, if you have a dog that's pregnant and you take them to the vet, they can do a little ultrasound. So yes, you can know that in advance, but these people did not. Not everybody does. If you're used to birthing puppies and you're not afraid of that, and they have a farm and a lot of animals and they do rescue, I guarantee they had no idea how many puppies were coming. So they had 7.
Sometimes
and
you
they've
can
all
have
been,
kind of an idea because you can see them moving and stuff like that. But, you know, you never really know.
And her
like, how
mom
many
is
they're
pretty
gonna have.
tiny. Her mom's only like 10 pounds. So to have like 7 puppies is pretty big
lot of
for a little dog breed. But anyway, so they were very happy to get, and they only wanted 1. They were going to give the other 2 to family members. And yeah, so
They ended up with a few extras.
So they didn't even advertise them. So
I think we got the cutest of all of them,
we
guys.
got the best one.
She's really cute. She has an awesome personality. She gets super crazy like the hour before bedtime. And I looked it up and figured out that puppies have like, sometimes it could be in the morning, sometimes it could be at night, depending on the dog. But they have what they call a witching hour, where it's usually because they're probably like a little bit too tired or whatever. It's the zoomies, basically, where they just get crazy. So she gets like psycho crazy for like a good half hour, where she just is nuts and like wants to bite everything, is just crazy.
Instead of just biting fingers like they do, she like dive bombs your face and tries to bite your face and your arm and your whatever she can get her teeth on.
Yeah, so she just gets crazy. Like, she's playful and fun all through the day, but this is like a special crazy over the top, like wants to attack everything and bites really hard. And so, again, I used the Google machine and figured out that one of the things you can do is have like a new...
Elba says, I have a witching hour. Yeah, me too, hon.
One of the things you can do is have a new toy for them that they've never seen before, because it'll like hold their interest. And so I'd gotten a couple of toys, and I brought one out last night when she was in crazy mode, and she focused on that like pretty much the entire time until like I would say the last 90 seconds. She stopped focusing on that, went super crazy for about 90 seconds, did this big sigh, and then fell over into sleep.
It's kind of like it's exactly like babies and toddlers, where they're sitting there and they're fighting, falling asleep, and they're having a temper tantrum when they're little, and then they just crash. So yeah,
it's real cute.
Anyway. So yeah, we can talk about
the first night that happened though, Vikki was like, I don't know if I like this. Like I think she thought that like something had happened, and all of a sudden she like tricked us for like 2 days, and then all of a sudden it turns out she's crazy. And I'm like, I think it's okay. I think she's probably just a little tired or whatever. And she's like, I don't know.
I don't like the dive bombing on my face to bite all my face parts. That was making me nervous.
Anyway, she's real cute. And we're a little tired just from waking up so much at night. But like we said, she wakes up. I make I wake up for like 30 seconds and then go right back to sleep. But still, it's like interrupted sleep constantly.
I forgot what this is like. This is the 3rd puppy that I've had. Katie's never had a puppy. So, and my other 2 were not like this. They did the crying thing, that for sure I remember. But the first couple of weeks getting used to being away from the mom. But I never had, the other 2 didn't have the zoomies like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think it's funny.
It is pretty funny. All right, so let's get into today's show. So for anyone that's new here, this is a Sunday live haul show that we do every Sunday. We just do the one show a day. We have been doing some unboxing videos. You've done a couple like unboxing, then you had Dana on with you for Dana to show off a really good haul she had this week. I'm trying to get Vikki to do more of those. And actually today for the haul portion of our show, it's pretty much just Vikki showing you stuff because I didn't get anything new. I'm in the middle of processing and washing everything. And I already showed you guys the best of that from last week, so I'm in the middle of doing that right now. I have laundry going. But Vikki and I went to an estate sale for the first time in quite a while. And it happened to be a really good one, even though it was the second day and everything was 40% off. Vikki was like packing the car full. So she actually has hard goods for you guys today. So Christine out there in the chat.
She doesn't have to say two.
You will be happy to know that there'll be less me, more Vikki, and more hard goods as opposed to just a bunch of t-shirts. Okay, Christine? Okay. Anyway, we break the show up into 3 parts. The first part, we go over our real numbers for the last week, our gross numbers across all our platforms, most of the cost of goods, fees, stuff like that. Middle part of the show, we look at some of our sales highlights from the last week, which are pretty sad this week. And then the third part of the show is we do our haul. You know, I titled this show Fever Dreams of Q4 Sales because seriously, we are now in November. And, you know, I know everybody has different experiences with sales, and some of you guys might be doing really well right now. Our numbers have not gone up at all for Q4 yet.
Nope.
at all.
No, my sales have been in the shitter since February. So.
We're in like old school summer numbers going on right now for us. It's crazy. And granted, some of that's from putting so much time into the remix. But so we're really like buckling down. Like I said, I have a ton of stuff that I need to take pictures of. That I'll be taking pictures of tomorrow. And I've got some really good stuff that I want to get listed and need to kind of ramp that up a little bit. You finally got yourself some hard goods. And so you're
my income this year for 2021 is down about $45,000. Which is pretty shitty. Last year was an anomaly. The year before that, I was hoping I would at least be where I was 2019 and maybe a little bit higher. So I'm not there. But you know what? I had such a good year last year and we didn't do anything and we didn't go anywhere, that there was so much money put away and paid off all the debt. So it's like, even though I'm not making as much money this year, I'm not freaking out about it because, I have money in the bank.
Yeah.
And I figure it'll catch up at some point.
It will eventually, but yeah, it's just, I mean, who knows? Maybe for us and the way things are going with online e-commerce, maybe the kind of Q4 that we used to see just isn't a thing anymore. And we just have to expand to more platforms and do things a little differently. Who knows? Christine, you were not a brat. I
think it was pretty funny, actually.
It was funny. And you know what? We can't just have our chat full of yes men, okay? Sometimes we need someone who pushes back and slaps us in the face a little bit, or slaps me in the face a little bit. Vikki apparently does not get slapped in the face, but
no, Christine likes me better.
I know it's true.
She's the only one.
Maybe somebody in the chat will say something about you being my mom, and then it'll be
we'll be even. We'll be even.
Anyway,
Christine's probably the only one that likes me the best, because let's face it, even my mom likes Katy more than she likes me. So
whatever. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into our show. Man, I've got coffee again this week because I'm a little bit sleepy right now from the whole lack of sleep. But let's look at numbers. Seriously,
they're pretty shitty.
They're not
very mediocre.
They're not great. Yeah, for us. I mean, it's still.
Turtle asks, we have a dates for Reseller Remix next year. Not yet.
No.
We will soon. I think we're going to try to secure the venue and the dates soon enough so that we can actually at least give you a hold of,
we have a couple of other things, a couple other events that happen that we need to know what the dates are, especially like the Burn conference that we usually go to that hasn't happened the last year. We don't know the last 2 years, I guess.
Last 2 years.
So we don't know what the dates are going to be, but a lot of times it is in October. So it's like we need to find out what that is before we can because obviously we have to go to that. So
yeah, I need to prioritize the Burn conference and things like that. So which generally tends to be, it was this year virtual. It was the same year as our remix. And I actually didn't do anything with it this year. I was supposed to have host a panel and do a discussion, but I couldn't do both.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll definitely be end of September, sometime in October. That's the goal. That's the, Teresa, Katy, and myself, we all want to keep it this same time of the year. It's a beautiful time of the year here in Vegas. And it's early part of Q4. So it's not when everyone is bogged down crazy. It's a lot easier for people to take some time off in that time of the year. So,
yep. All right. So let's go ahead and look at numbers.
And yeah, we're trying not to do near EDC, but EDC used to be in the summer. So let's be fair, Corey.
Yeah.
EDC booked this year after we booked the remix.
Yeah. They're trying to be like us. All right. Let's go to the numbers. I can do the little screen now where I'm down at the bottom. What's going on, guys? Look at these numbers over here. Huh? What do you think about those? Anyway, they look real bad. I can tell you that.
They're totally crappy.
Now, we try to give you guys some perspective because, again, everybody's numbers are going to be different. And some might look at this and think these are great numbers. But to give you an idea, when I very first started selling on eBay, I was only on eBay. My first sale was in December of 2015. Like I sold one thing in that month. So basically 2016 was my first full year. By October of 2016, I was up to 1,000 items. Because I had just started, I had a lot of different random stuff and I was starting to get into vintage, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I had a lot of stuff that was kind of mediocre. And even with 1,000 listings, my first Q4 by December, in the month of December, I did $8,500 on eBay. And that was with 1,000 listings and not even close to the quality of stuff that I have now. And now we're here November 7th. I've got 2,300 listings and my eBay is just at $4,000 for the past 31 days. Like that's crazy. So you can see why it's a little bit like, ugh, when I look at my numbers and go like, what is going on? Because seriously, it's rough.
I'm very grateful to be on other platforms, although I have to be honest with you, not even those are coming through for me lately. So it's, I don't know. I understand everybody's gonna say sell what you know, you need to be selling what people want. Yeah, I flip and understand that. But we do sell what people want.
She flip and understand.
We do
that.
sell what people want. So
Yeah.
you know, we do understand current trends and what is selling. I just feel like this year, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how last year was an anomaly, and this year I don't really understand. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. You know, we're not going to lose the house or anything.
No,
but, you know,
no.
it's
well, and because for me at least, like I said, I did about 8,500 in that 2016 December month, and it was like, holy crap! Like I can totally do this for a living. You know, I'm probably about at that number now for the last 31 days, but that's with what 5 different platforms, five, yeah. So it's 5 different platforms and twice as many listings. All right, so you can see I had 18 eBay orders, barely got over $1,000 there. 10 Etsy and Thrilling orders, so 2 of those 10 were Thrilling. Nothing on Instagram, and then 4 on Grilled and Mercari. I think just 1 of those was Mercari, for a total of 32 outgoing orders. eBay just barely over $1,000, $1,036.95. Etsy and Thrilling together, $764.36. 188 of that was my Thrilling. Nothing for Instagram again, and Grilled and Mercari, $238. I think the Mercari was a $70 item. So my total gross sales, $2,039.31. Yeah. So at least I hit 2,000, I guess. I really love to be at like 3, but it is what it is. I think anything under 2,000, I'd be real sad. But shipping, $119.49. You can see the breakdown of the fees there. The cost of goods, $245. I didn't really sell any big ticket items this week, as you'll see when I show my sales, quote unquote, highlights. It's a lot of pretty mediocre mids. And my net total sales there, $1,453.06. My gross average sale price, $63.73. Again, I like to hit 70, but the fact that I just didn't sell any real high ticket items kind of brings that number down. Net average sale price, $45.41. All right, so let's go to Vikki's, and I think she beat me, but really just barely, like by $40.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Honestly, 21 eBay orders. I should be at about 75 a week right now in November, at least. 21 on eBay. I had nothing on Thrilling and nothing on Depop, so it was 4 on Etsy. Again, I should be about 20 on Etsy. 7 on Poshmark, which is like nothing. 4 on Mercari, which is 3 more than I usually have on Mercari. I'm actually going to get rid of Mercari in the spring just because it's just not worth the time to so 36 total outgoing orders. I should be shipping out about 100 items a week easily, this time of the year. So 1317 on eBay. I should be at around $4,000 a week on eBay right now. 200 just about 220 on Etsy, 335 on Poshmark, 212 on Mercari, for just over $2,000 total sales for the week. 183 shipping, and then the rest of my fees for total costs of $455. My cost of goods are relatively low. They generally are $88. And my total net sales, $1,541. Really, really, really bad.
Yeah. So Rebecca says, thank you for putting out there and showing us newbies. Yeah. You know, if you're somebody who's newer and maybe you have a much smaller inventory, yes, there's always things you can do to improve your listings and maybe finding better items to sell. But I will say, if you are, I've seen people post stuff like they're experiencing 0 sales days. Believe me, you're not alone.
I've had several 0 sales days. I would say that before last year, I had maybe had 2 0 sales days in several years. Now I have several a month.
Yeah. So, and there usually are several days where it's like 1 thing to ship out, 2 things to ship out. So
with almost
totally
4,000,
it can be frustrating, but seriously, like,
I don't want to sit here and just complain and bitch, but because I do know that we're fortunate, but I will say working twice as hard for, I don't know, a lot less money is frustrating. I have almost 4,000 items listed on eBay. I run promoted listings at trending rate in every category, and I'm always running sales. I do my sales for about 5 to 6 days a week, and then I take a day off for everything to reset, sometimes 2 days off. And my sales are anywhere at 20 to 30% off in my store. Plus, I aggressively send offers every single day. Yeah, so if that shit is not working, then something's broken. Something's broken.
Yeah.
And it has been for most of this year.
Well, and I saw Danny, Niche Lady, she'd said somewhere in the chat that she's been hearing, and I've seen people posting this as well. I haven't tested myself, but people not able to, like, doing a search and their stuff not coming up. I haven't experienced that yet, but I haven't really tried to play around with it, so I don't know.
It will frustrate me too much, so I'm not going to bother.
It's hard to say. I will say I noticed that when I'm looking at, you know, when you're on your seller hub and you click on the listing page, that's like your like back end view of your listings. I've searched this stuff there before because I need to end it, and it won't show up, and it literally is something I have in my inventory, and I'm not spelling it wrong. And then I go out to like the you know, to regular eBay and search it in my inventory like I were a buyer, and I'll find it, and it's like, why is it not showing up on the listings thing?
So I went through the same thing when my daughter was here last month doing inventory for me, and she was trying to find things in my store to make sure they were there. She was having the same issues, and she's like, I just searched using that same phrase, and I would find it but I'd have to search it like 3 different ways before I could find it. Yeah. So it's weird.
I don't know. So clearly there's something not quite working right. All right, let's go ahead and look at our sales highlights. I will tell you, like, a lot of my stuff is just basic.
Yeah, Debbie, I did do that. I've done that many, many times. And I mean, you know, I have, again, 4,000 listings. I will tell you what you're saying to do right there is, as far as ending and doing sell similar in all of your listings, 200 at a time. I did that 10 days ago. I did that for 3,400 of my 3,800 listings. Because I have nothing in my store that has been listed for more than 60 days at this point. And not only did I do that, I also changed the price by $5 higher on every single item. So I was editing every single item as well, not just doing a sell similar, and it would have all the same title and information. So plus I did have my store on vacation while we were gone. So all of those things are resets.
And it works for some people. And it's like, and plus it's like that whole thing out there, like, who knows what is exactly, you never really know like what works, what doesn't. And for some people they do that, and all of a sudden they get all these sales. So it's so hard to say. But at this point, you know, Vikki was desperate and thought she'd try it. It didn't work.
I did, Kelly. I did say how many things were missing from my inventory. It was like 70 something.
It wasn't actually as much as she thought it was going to be.
No, I thought it was going to be a lot less. What it did tell me is the fact that I've never done it. Yeah, it was a lot less than I thought it was going to be. What it did tell me is that I have never done a physical inventory in the entire time that I've lived here, which is almost 9 years. And I started over fresh when I moved here because I had sold my entire inventory. I will say that it is not worth my time to do inventory.
At least not annually.
Not for me. I'm not going to say that it's not worth that for other people, but it absolutely was not worth my time to find only 70 items.
Right.
So the amount of time and energy that went into doing a physical inventory for over 4,000 items is absolutely not worth it to only find 70 that have fallen off.
Right.
And now that I use List Perfectly, and every single item that I have is in List Perfectly's catalog at the very minimum, if something happens to fall off of eBay and I walk by it and go, I haven't seen that in a while, and I go home and I check and it's fallen off, the listing is still on List Perfectly, which means it's listed somewhere else.
Yep.
So.
All right, let's go into our sales highlights. So what I was saying is, you know, mine, I don't have anything for the most part that's anything super exciting. But if you are looking into wanting to get into something like t-shirts, I guess you could look at like the sales that I've had this week and kind of see, like, it doesn't all have to be exciting stuff. It can be pretty basic, cool vintage shirts, and they still sell for like a good amount, not $20, not $15, but $50, $60, $70, which is pretty good for me because I've been doing this a long time. Those ones aren't as exciting anymore, but they're actually pretty awesome. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what's going on here?
All right. So I picked these up at an outdoor estate sale. I think actually Katy might have even found these for me a couple of months ago, and they haven't been listed very long. I knew they would sell, and I knew they would sell fairly quickly. They did sell in that sale that you see there.
That's from that extra sale.
Yep, it was a big for movie extras and props and stuff like that. So I paid, I think, $3 or $4 for these, and they sold for $59.96. They were 25% off. They're going to go out today. They're pretty small. 32-inch waist is a little small for a man, and these are men's, by the way. They are Loudmouth Golf men's golf photos, golf pants. If you are familiar with the brand, Loudmouth, you should always pick up. They don't really make clothing anymore. I don't think they're not.
If they're ridiculous looking pants, then they're
big, loud, autumn, obnoxious patterns. This was just kind of fun, Christmassy ones. So
yeah, Crystal does a good job with her pants photos. I think pants can be really hard to take a picture of and make them actually look interesting or look like a decent photo. So I think the way she does the layout like this is actually really nice.
I agree.
Then you add the photo room on top of that and it looks even better. All right. So let's start with, so this shirt, nothing fancy. It's just like some 80s kind of sports jersey t-shirt. It's got like that kind of velvety, probably like stick-on lettering on the top of it. First of all, I'd like to point out this shirt had like yellowing on some yellow stains on it, and I bleached the crap out of it. And you'll notice it in no way affected these
It didn't bleach the letters at all.
Did not bleach the letters at all. It looks really good. And then the back of it's like touchdown barbecue 32. So something like this, you might think either A, it's not worth picking up, or B, it's like not worth selling for more than $15 because it's just some random thing with touchdown barbecue on the back.
I've seen other YouTubers occasionally say don't ever pick up anything personalized, and I say they are missing out. Picking up things that are personalized vintage, it's okay. Doesn't matter. If it's vintage, it doesn't matter. And
it looks cool. And the thing is, like, it says Outcast on the front, so it's like right there. It's like it's kind of this cheeky little, like, somebody's gonna be like, oh, I like this shirt, it's cool, this is Outcast, I'm an Outcast. Anyway, so you just gotta kind of think like that. So somebody offered me, I don't remember what they offered me, and I came back with 65 because I usually step down gradually, and they accepted it right away. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess I really didn't want to miss out on the shirt. So I sold it for $65. I paid like $5 for it. I actually haven't had this one for very long. So again, just keep that in mind when you're looking at shirts. A lot of people will just like pass over something because they think it's just not worth picking up.
So I don't even know why that's the main picture, but I know why, because this Crystal did not take these pictures, and neither did I, by the way. I had one person that I had hired part-time to take pictures for me one day, and it did not work out. Anyway, so
still is a decent, at least it shows, you can tell what it is, what the print is.
Yeah. Anyway, this is an Hermes tie. As you can see, it was pretty wrinkly. I paid about $3 for it. Again, I did a cost average. This is one of the items that I picked up in Atlanta when we were at Reflections of Trinity, and we were helping clear out their warehouse. So I did pick this up for about $3. I picked up this and a Burberry tie, and I think I showed the Burberry last week. So. But I sold the Hermes this week, and it sold for the price that you see there. And this is not a super popular pattern, but there are a few others. So that was a decent price. So,
Rosie's Closet. Crystal, in case you just popped in, I wanted to let you know that Vikki did make sure to tell people you did not take these pictures. Okay.
Yep. And neither did I, because I take crappy photos and she takes good photos, but these were not taken by either of us. Anyway, bad tie photo. I just used it because I had to use, I had to retake every damn photo that this person took except for like 5. So I had to use what I could.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Next up, this one, Canisius College. I don't even know what the heck Canisius College is. The Golden Griffins. It's a basketball t-shirt, 3 for a T. Again, don't even know what that means, but I like it because I've always talked about liking anything college sports, college teams, college sweatshirts, t-shirts, or pro stuff. Add on to this one, having the Pepsi logo on it makes it even cooler. It's probably some sort of playoff thing. I don't know. I don't play basketball in college. I don't pay attention to it. So I listed it, and it sold for the price you see there, $69.99. So I paid like $10 for it, and I actually haven't had this one for all that long. Maybe I've had it for like a month or two. Paid 10 and sold it for 70. So don't pass this stuff up either. That's right. Canisius. Where the heck is Canisius?
I have no idea.
I'm sure somebody else.
Someone will tell us in the chat.
Right,
so this was, I picked this up in the bins. So I paid maybe $1 for this shirt, as all the bros are fighting over each other and acting like savages at the like ready to kill people over their t-shirts at the bins. Cause it's crazy. Let me tell you, Corey will know. Corey knows. Crystal knows. The bins here, we've got like the bros, we call them. There's like 10 guys, and actually there's like 2 girls now that hang out with them, and they're there for the vintage stuff, right? So they just want the t-shirts though. They don't want jackets. Occasionally they'll grab a sweatshirt or a hoodie, but they really just want the t-shirts, and they will dive into the bins and just start flinging everything everywhere just to get at what they want. Well, they passed this thing up. I picked this shirt up 20 minutes after I never go in there into the bins when those guys are doing it. I wait until they're done and they move on, and I pick up their leftovers because I don't even want what they have most of the time. And I'm not getting an elbow for a t-shirt, for Christ's sake. So I paid maybe $1 for this because it weighs far less than a pound, and we're at $1.50 a pound or whatever. So the Comme des Garçons is a popular brand, And it's sold for the price that you see there. I paid about $1.
Is that like a streetwear brand, a luxury brand?
No, it's like a luxury brand. It's kind of like on par with like a Louis Vuitton or a, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something similar to that.
Luxury leisure wear.
Luxury leisure wear, maybe. Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, it sold pretty fast. I don't think I had it listed a month.
All right.
Sold under that sale price, you know.
Very nice, very nice. People are saying that I should do a video showing me bleaching the crap out of stuff. All right, sometime I'll try to do that sometime. In fact, I have a bleach load going right now. All right. Next up for me, again, I like stuff like this. I like these international kind of things. This one is Glasgow.
You haven't had this one very long either.
No, Glasgow, 1990, European City of Culture, guys. Glasgow, Scotland, but made in Ireland. So there you go.
See, Jill says we went to the bins after the remix, and my husband about got hit by those crazies. See, so yeah, I love the bins here. I do, and I used to. And anyone that knows me knows a year ago I never used to say that. But after COVID, they changed. They shut down 2 and combined into one new big one. And I do very well at the bins. I don't go every day. I don't even go every week. But we had been going once a week, once every other week. Corey's my bins buddy, and I just got a little bit behind because of the remix and stuff. But once a week for me is good to fill a cart for like $60.
Yep.
And I do well with what I get there, but I'm not fighting over the vintage t-shirts. I couldn't care less. It's not worth that for me.
Bridget, you missed the puppy, but we'll bring the puppy out again. She's just curled up in my lap. So if you stick around, we'll show her again, or you go back to the beginning of the video. But anyway, so this Glasgow t-shirt, again, I haven't had it for very long, paid maybe $10 for it. And it again sold for the price you see there, $69.99. So see, this is just a vintage t-shirt, $70, paid $10 for it, sold pretty quickly. It was an easy sale.
No, Patty, there's not a Savers warehouse, but there are 5 Savers stores in the Las Vegas Valley. There are 5 Savers locations.
One of the Savers has
it's been closed since pre-COVID. It's been closed since pre-COVID. It was pretty crappy. I don't know if it's ever going to open again.
Yeah. It's very small. It's like it's a big store, but it's a very small section of the store when it was open. So I wouldn't exactly call it like a.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know if if that will open again or not, but Savers, again, because of COVID, their prices have probably tripled or quadrupled.
Which makes no sense because the racks are jam-packed. It's not
you
like
can't even move the racks. There's so much
inventory.
crap in them, and their prices are so high where they're selling like Old Navy dresses for like $18. It's ridiculous. And then they have the 50% off day on Mondays, but even their 50% off prices are higher than I'm willing to spend for most things. And and now you have to work there because they make you check your self-checkout. So I'm over it.
I don't mind self-checkout because if I don't have to talk to people, if I don't have to be people-y, I'm cool with that.
Well, it's self-checkout, but then they stand over you like a hawk. There's like 5 of them watching you to make sure that you're not stealing shit. It's crazy.
But you're anti-self-checkout anywhere because it's like you'd rather somebody else do it.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd rather people leave me alone. So
I'm totally against it because I don't work there.
And that's why you don't like Korean barbecue.
Yes. See, I don't want to pay to cook my own food. If I go to a restaurant, I expect them to cook for me.
Whatever, man. Listen, it's okay. We're leaving you at home.
It's called job security, for crying out loud. No. Do you want to have a job? I mean, I don't have a problem.
No, because the robots
pay everybody $15 to $20 an hour. I don't give a shit, but don't make me check myself out. And
so angry. All right. Next up for you. Show us this.
It's crazy
blanket. It's crazy.
Okay, so this is a blanket that I picked up at the bins. It's heavy. It's a denim. I know I showed it at a haul.
It looks more faded in these photos.
It does because it's a very light stonewash denim. It's just the light was just hitting it.
It's actually a deeper
the sunlight. It's just denim, and then it has the pinstriping on the other side. It's vintage 90s, excellent condition. You can see even the denim better in this photo. Excellent condition. Tommy Hilfiger. I picked it up at the bins. It was. I washed it. I always wash blankets. I wash everything I get at the bins, actually. And I didn't have it listed all that long. It sold for what you see there. Again, sale price. So it was $112.46. I probably paid $6 or $7 for this at the bins because it was based on weight and it was kind of heavy.
Yeah.
And I did charge for shipping. I think it cost me $18 to ship it because it went to New York.
Yeah. We've got people chanting meat in the chat. In case anybody's wondering what we're talking about, Korean barbecue, pretty much if you do it right, you're eating a lot of meat. Vikki doesn't like it. She doesn't want to have to cook her own food. But Dana and I love it. So we like to get together every once in a while to go get the meat sweats together.
I don't mind cooking when I'm at home. I don't want to
Here's the
cook at a
thing.
restaurant.
She keeps saying that, but do you actually do the cooking when we go to Korean barbecue?
No, but I also don't enjoy
I
it.
do it. So really, she doesn't like it. Whatever. So Vikki or Dana and I do it together. My sister's in town. She'll come and do it with us. And we like to eat the meat, man. Okay. Wow. And now we gotta take Deb and Mel. You're gonna have to stay next time Deb and Mel come here. We're leaving your ass at home.
Mel and I will go do something.
You think Mel doesn't like meat? Mel should not be punished because of you and your problems. Okay. She wants the meat too. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Next boring t-shirt I sold. I'm just going to keep saying that.
Barcelona.
So this is an Olympic Training Center t-shirt. This one I've had a little bit longer. I probably had this for a good 6 months or so at least. But I like anything Olympic, which the prices are usually all over the place. But I like this one because it was like an Olympic Training Center t-shirt from 1892. And it's got all the different little sports. And of course, I think they're supposed to be cats. I don't know. Playing all the different sports, whatever they are. They're
possums.
I don't know. Anyway,
foxes.
Yeah, I don't know why the guy playing basketball is getting shot at. It seems inappropriate. But anyway, again, another one I paid maybe $10 for, and it sold for the price you see there, $69.99.
Where's Allison today with her favorite number every one of your sales?
I know, right? Right. She should be in the chat going, nice. All right, next one for you. Ooh, so this one's fancy.
Yeah, I've actually sold this shirt twice. I've sold it in a men's, and then I've sold it in women's. This is women's. I can't remember where I picked it up, but it was probably a thrift store because it didn't come from one of my bulk buys. So anyway, it is silk. It is a Picasso print. If you scroll down to the tag, these are good to look out for. This one took a little longer to sell because it was women's.
Oh, there we go.
So Picasso collection of clothing. It is silk. It is vintage in the 90s, and this one's the Bullfight by Picasso. So if you see these shirts, they sell faster in men's because men tend to wear this type of loud type of pattern more readily than a woman. However, this did take a little while to sell. It took at least 6 months to sell. Mm-hmm. I think I paid about $5 for it. It sold for the price you see there again, $112.46. I highly encourage you to keep an eye out for bright silk patterned shirts. Mm-hmm. And this particular one, the one patterns by Picasso are always worth picking up.
Very cool. Look, Danica's in the chat. What's up, Danica?
Danica in a live.
What's happening? Okay. Next up, let's move on over to Etsy. Etsy, I didn't sell a ton of stuff this last week, but I sold some cool stuff. This one's one I haven't had for a crazy long time. Again, paid maybe $10 for it. This is one that had some stains. So
this reminds me of Teresa's Pee-wee shirt.
So, white t-shirts, if they're staining, of course I bleach them, but I will do the same if it's like a lighter colored shirt, and sometimes it bleaches it and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it gets the stain out and sometimes it doesn't. This is one I definitely bleached, and I think you can kind of see it's got like some changes in the coloring and stuff like that, but I'd rather have that in an old vintage shirt than stains.
Right. You had like some yellow pit stains on this.
Yeah. So, and it was just a cool, I think it's Jock's shoes. It's just a really cool kind of sportsing t-shirt. I like all the different sportsing happening here, from cycling to basketball, volleyball, all kinds of fun stuff. And it's just a cool looking shirt, man.
Why did you have a picture of your mannequin's crotch right there? What was that all about?
I just want to show waist back.
Rude. That was rude.
Anyway, this one I sold for, again, I paid like
even Leslie's in the live. I think Leslie wanted to see the puppy.
Well,
Leslie and Danica are here to see the puppy.
We'll bring her up again. Just when we bring us all up on screen, so let's get through these.
That's what it is. Peachy, not Pee-wee. I was right. That's exactly what I said. It looks like a Peachy folder. That was what I was talking about, Dana.
I was wondering what you were talking about. The reason Vikki was saying it wrong is because she's never seen a Peachy folder before we started talking about it this last year. Because for some reason she went to a weird, I don't know what kind of weirdo school you went to that they didn't have Peachy folders, but so she didn't know what we were talking about. But anyway, so apparently she calls them Pee-wee folders. It was 10% off, so I actually sold that one for $62.99. Again, I paid about $10 for it. Sold it for $62.99.
Even Jill's in the live chat. Seriously, these are our friends that generally watch the replays, so I guarantee they're all here for the puppy.
Yeah. So hold on. Let us get through these, and we will do the puppy. Talk about this now.
All right. So this is I picked this up I'm pretty sure this came from the bins. This just vintage, no name, 1970s bathrobe. Always men's and women's. I've talked about this before. I will not stop talking about this. I will always pick up good bathrobes. The brand doesn't really mean anything. This one is just a thin cotton. It was either dead stock or it was like pressed and starched, which is not a foreign thing in that era either, because there were women that used to starch their husband's underwear. So it was very it is weird. I don't even iron my own shit. But anyway, so it was in really, really nice condition, and I maybe paid $2 for it because it's a very lightweight cotton. It's not lined, it's not flannel, it's nothing like that. And it sold for the price you see there, $129.95, listed for maybe a month or two.
Very nice, very nice. All right. Next up, Cloud Shoe. I mean, I think Savers is hit or miss. It probably depends on where you're at. Probably depends on what kind of stuff you sell. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but their prices tend to be really super high here in Vegas. So I don't know where you're at or what their prices are like. So who knows? It just depends. I see people go to Savers and clean up. So you just got to kind of go check it out.
I'm going to pick up the puppy and show the puppy for a second.
I already told them they need to be patient.
Okay,
we're almost done.
Fine.
Vikki is not patient. She tried to introduce the puppy on the video she did with Dana without me even there. Like, that's some bullshit, okay? It's our puppy, and she was going to try to do an intro without me even being a part of it. Pretty outrageous and disgusting. Okay. I got this Native American sweatshirt. I haven't had this all that long. And look, it's even got some spots on it. So I'm telling you, like, even if you can't, and I did bleach this one, but sometimes it just doesn't work. And even with that said, I still was able to sell it for a decent price. Paid maybe $10 for this one as well. See, I don't pay up $1 million for everything, guys. I actually do lower prices on some stuff. But again, this one was on sale 10% off, so $62.99. $62.99.
Rude.
Yeah. You need to learn patience. Go ahead. Oh, wait. What happened?
What's happening here?
It's not right.
That one.
But I already have that one somewhere else. What?
You lost me.
I don't know how I lost you. Why is it not? Am I crazy? I'm clicking on it. And that's what it's doing.
I don't know.
Are you seeing me click on this and it's doing that?
I'm seeing you.
Okay. I'm clicking on it. And it's going over there. So
all right. Well, I guess they're gonna have to look at the screen right there.
Okay, look at this right here.
That's it. I sold a red and white moo on Etsy. And it sold for like $100. I think I had it listed for $89.99 or $99.99.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't usually get that much for them, and I don't really know why I had that price that high.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it on my phone for a second, because now I'm trying to figure out why I had it priced that high and why it sold for that high. So give me a moment.
Now it's maybe gonna let me.
Oh, there we go. Go ahead. Okay. Now you can do it. Yeah, it's not even a good brand. It was a no-name brand.
There you go.
Oh, $79.95 plus shipping. Sorry, it's going to Australia. So here's a tip for you. If I know that, you're getting all these crazy warnings from eBay and from USPS as far as Australia and delayed service and all this kind of stuff. If you are shipping first class international and you are using pirate ship or Ascendia or anything like that, you're fine.
Yep.
So anyone that is removing, Australia from your shipping, don't do it, because I've sold 4 things to Australia this week alone, which leads me to believe that people that are afraid of global shipping have removed Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that their sales are going to come to me.
Yeah.
So
thanks, guys.
Australia is, and that is an old photo. Exactly. It has curtains behind it. So I must have had this shit listed. I don't know how long, but it sold for $80 plus the buyer paid $29 for shipping, and I'm telling you it'll ship for $13 using pirate ship. So
man, this puppy's real cute, guys. Look at her. All right, we'll show her in a minute.
Okay. Now she's just teasing you.
I know. Next up, I've got this University of Arkansas sweatshirt. I actually haven't had this one for very long. I've had it for maybe a month and a half. It even has a little hole in it right there. Doesn't matter. It's not a huge size. It's just a medium. But I think it's got a great graphic, covers the whole front of it. And I paid like $15 for this. And let's see what I sold it for. It's going to be 15% or 10% off of that. So $62.99. So seriously, guys, if it's vintage and it's it's a sportsing thing or a university or whatever, pick it up. Next up for you.
And this I just wanted to show. I paid $2 for this at a garage sale last year. It was actually after Christmas, so I expected that it would sell sometime this year at Christmas time. It is missing the red tinsel garland, but it has extra ornaments. It's just a white tree with Hello Kitty ornaments on it. It's really not anything fantastic. It's a little tiny 23-inch white tree. And if you go to this for a second, it just has the ornaments in it. It's the ornaments in the box is what it is. It's nothing like whatever. Anyway, sold for $69 on Mercari.
I found that for you because I wanted to give it to our friend who loves Hello Kitty. And Vikki said, no, I can sell that and make money.
Because it's Kurt Adler.
And that's more important than friendship. I found it and she stole it from me. Sorry, Jenny. I know you're not watching our show, but sorry. Sorry that Vikki cares about money more than her friends.
Oh, yeah.
But you did sell it for $69. So nice.
Paid $2 for it.
Next up, more sportsing. This awesome Super Bowl t-shirt from 1990. Just a plain white t-shirt. It's got a great graphic on it. 49ers versus the Broncos. Single stitch. And it's got...
They just want to see the puppy.
Yeah, and they're going to have to wait for it.
Puppy click.
They're going to have to wait for it. Michael. Michael.
Danny.
Chill out. Michael. All right. It's got all of the fun stuff on the back, bloody blah, blah, blah. And
they don't give a shit. They just want to see the puppy.
You know what? I'm going to make it take even longer. I'm going to tell a story about this thing right here. So let me tell you a story about it. Okay. So one time I was with my grandpa and anyway, I paid $15 for this. And as you can see, I sold it for $88 on the old Grail. So not too shabby. All right, hurry up. Tell us about this stupid thing.
Well, when I sent you 2 screenshots, I did that for a reason so that I'd have the information.
You didn't send me 2 screenshots.
I did.
You're a liar.
I did.
You're a liar.
Anyway, so this is a jacket. It's a 1950s jacket by McGregor. And it's just like a vintage men's like carcoat. It's like a nubby. It's a nubby tweed. And I did actually, I don't think anyone's going to be able to see this because it's only the little screen.
Well, yeah, it's a really tiny screen.
This is the tag, 1950s McGregor.
That screenshot was not in my messages.
And
so there.
It was. But I sold this for the price you see there, $121. And I've sold 3 jackets to this same customer. He really likes my vintage jackets. I'm happy to have gotten $121.
Where is it? Tell me where it is. You're a liar. Anyway, Danny, that's a good idea. Get us to 100 likes, bitches. I see 138 people are watching right now. So if we don't have 100 thumbs up, no puppy. No puppy until we get 100 thumbs up because there are over 100 of you here. And now we're going to know how many of you hate puppies.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous. You know, I don't know if it's the same McGregor, but it could be. I haven't really gone too far back on the label. They did make clothing and shoes as well as sports equipment. So it could be the same one. And then I'm seeing right there. Oh, wait. I see the Vintage Fiend. Is that Derek? I did see that Derek put his Facebook account up this week.
What? Oh, yes. Hello.
Hi, Derek.
We're up to 70. Oh, somebody gave a thumbs down. So apparently somebody really hates puppies.
Yeah, it's one of our super fans.
Anyway, but we're getting close, guys. We need 100. So this shirt I actually sold on Thrilling. I did not sell this on eBay, but again, we can't really show solds for Thrilling. Doesn't really work. But I sold this one for the price you see there because it takes the price directly from my Etsy, and this is why I have it priced on my Etsy too. So $139.99. The great thing is I have literally sent out offers for $85 on eBay multiple times. So when I woke up today and had sold this shirt last night on Thrilling for $140, I was pretty stoked about that. I'm not going to lie. So my 2 sales on Thrilling this week, I think my other one was just $48. So, but it was nice to sell something for 140. 74, man, 139 people watching right now. So
Only
many people.
half of the people like
so
puppies.
many people hate puppies. Well, I guess you just get to keep sleeping.
Sandra left pride for the puppy. Listen, y'all better get right, she says.
Cheryl left her grandson's birthday, so that's
you guys have some fucked up priorities. I just gotta say.
Now we have even more people watching. 142 people watching. Only 76 of them like puppies. So weird. I can't believe how many puppy haters we have out there. So I guess we'll go on to doing something else, and the puppy will just keep sleeping.
Oh man, you rotten.
I know, right? Anyway, let me go ahead and take this off the share. All right.
Katy is withholding the puppy.
Yep. Sorry, guys. We need 24 more likes. Oh, you is so cute. He's such a cute baby. She is really cute. He's such a cute little puppy.
I don't think.
See, look, now they're getting mad again. There's more thumbs down because they're just so mad about puppies. Do you think they're raging against the no puppies?
Leslie says no regrets. We're not going to hold the puppy hostage. Come on, let's give them what they want.
There's 141 people watching, and 100 of them can't say.
Amanda says you're fired.
I'm fired.
Mm-hmm.
We're up to 80 now, so people are like reluctantly asking for puppies.
Mm-hmm. They're thumbing up for puppies reluctantly.
Very reluctantly, apparently. It's pretty funny. We're at 81. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to call all your friends. Let your friends know you got to come thumbs up the show because I can't handle life without a puppy. Because this one, she was real cute, you guys. She's real
funny.
She's real effing cute. Although I don't know if you turned. I don't think you turned the air conditioning on because I'm real hot with this.
I didn't. Sorry.
I got a lap blanket and a lap puppy.
It's true. Crystal may have actually held the puppy for at least, I don't know about an hour, but it was at least 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
At least 30 minutes. Yeah.
Lori says that I'm rewarding the puppy haters. The reality is, I'm punishing you, the rest of you, for not loving the puppy enough. So she really is the cutest puppy ever. And if people cared, if the 139 people watching cared, I would be able to get 13 more likes because
Amanda says Crystal is fired.
Let me tell you, this is the only way when we get enough likes from you, it's the only way we can earn our $45 for the month on YouTube. So sorry that you've ruined everything for all of us. And Kathy's trying reverse psychology. She says she doesn't think there is a puppy, and then I'm supposed to get real mad and say no, there is a puppy, and then produce the puppy to prove said point.
Liz is trying to also do reverse psychology. You're not very good at this, guys. You're not very subtle.
You don't know how stubborn I am.
Now we've got more. We've got 4.
I know. We're like enraging people. They're like, do you think we're gonna have any like rage quitters that are gonna be like, I have to unsubscribe for them because they used a puppy to manipulate us for likes.
Cue Sarah McLaughlin in the arms of Katy. You guys are funny. Oh my goodness.
Cloud Shoe, where on an item do you look for single stitch? You look on the hem. So shirts for the most part are going to have double stitch. So you're going to see double stitch, which is literally 1 line of stitching, 2 lines of stitching. So it's either going to be on the sleeve and or the hem, the bottom of the shirt, and you're going to see a single stitch going across as opposed to a double stitch.
I think Lady Luck Junk just kind of rolled us the lucky
Danica,
7s.
777.
I think that will make up for the 10 that we don't have. I want to show the puppy again.
Nope.
You're being a jerk. Want to continue with the show?
Okay, so keep going with the show. The puppy will be shown when we get there. Tell us about the sale we went to.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been to an estate sale in a while. So we've talked before about estate sales here in Vegas. Mediocre at best, right? So we probably have 3 major estate sale companies and then a couple of minor companies here. Vegas is a major city, but we're a pretty small area. It's considered the Vegas Valley. It's Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. It's a pretty small area, but there's lots of people, right? So we have 2 million people that live here and 2 million vacationers at any given time. But the 2 million people that live here, apparently they don't have estate sales. I don't know. I've never lived anywhere that has so few estate sales. And I lived in Rhode Island, for crying out loud, which is like the smallest state ever. So we have anywhere from like 2 to 6 every weekend in the entire area, like 6 estate sales in the entire area. That's crazy. So I don't go to them very frequently. And because we have so few, the prices are relatively high. Most places they're going to price pretty high to retail. But there is one company that I do like. And when she has a big sale, I do like to go. I especially like to go on the second day. And she does negotiate and she does give me good deals because she knows me and I go frequently enough that she knows I'm going to buy a large quantity of stuff. But I didn't even have to, try to make a deal because yesterday, it was the 40% off day. It was the second day of the sale. And I got so much good stuff. I filled up the truck for $260. And had I gone the first day, I probably would have paid the full price for some of the stuff. But the prices were so good at 40% off. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff.
You did.
I did.
Jamie, I am so hot because I told Vikki to turn on the air conditioning because I was already warm upstairs. And now I've got this huge blanket on my lap with the puppy sleeping. So, hey, only 5 more likes and then the puppy will be produced. And Derek wants to know if people don't die in Vegas. I think
what it is that when people move out to Vegas, estate sales are usually held for by family members of people that have gone into a home or they've passed away or what have you. So we definitely do have retirees that live out here. However, Vegas is not generally where people are from. So if someone moves here, they've already downsized.
Yeah.
For the most part, they've already downsized and sold their homes. So if they move here, a lot of them move to senior housing, senior developments, smaller houses, condos, that kind of thing. So they've already gotten rid of all their crap they've accumulated. So I really think that might be why we don't get that much.
So checking for dry rot. Okay, so dry rot is a thing that happens in t-shirts sometimes, particularly 100% cotton t-shirts. Usually they are dead stock, which means they're brand new, never been washed. And I've only ever seen it in black t-shirts. I'm sure that other colored t-shirts, white t-shirts sometimes can experience disintegration, but there's something particularly that happens in 90s unwashed, unworn black t-shirts, 100% cotton.
Not just black t-shirts, but black clothing in general, 100% cotton, because it's happened on. Okay. Happened on, if you ever bought like the juggalo pants, the trip pants, like juggalo pants with all the straps and very goth, the straps and the chains and stuff like that. Those 100% cotton ones that are made by New York City, New York Trip. If they're 100% cotton, I bought a lot of them once and 2 of them were dry rotted.
Yeah. But I think it's something to do with like the dye or something that's used and probably particular circumstances and like where they're stored. That starts to break down the fibers. And so when you see a brand new black t-shirt, I'll just talk about t-shirts because that's what I'm familiar with. Sometimes they'll have they have a look to them that once you've seen it a few times, you start to kind of recognize, and also a feel to them, and also kind of a smell, like kind of a sweet smell. One thing you can do is you kind of scratch the fabric with your nail, and if black stuff comes off, then that's not a great sign. You can also, obviously, you can test it by ripping it. And if it's dry rot, it's going to rip apart. It's going to tear apart like paper. If you want to test like a little spot, you can test like under the hem where, like the fabric comes down on a t-shirt and then it kind of folds up and is hemmed. You can take that little tiny piece where it's folded up and try tearing it. That's another way to do it. But it is something that happens and it's a huge bummer.
All right, so we're at 98. We have 4 thumbs down. So I'm going to go ahead and say
we're going to add those together. So haters, you contribute to the number 2. So F you. All right, you want to show the puppy?
Yeah.
Okay, she's sleeping. So you got to do it
She's always sleeping.
She's always sleeping.
This is Ripley.
And she's real sleepy. She's real sleepy.
Say hi, Ripley. Say hi to your fans.
She is the cutest thing ever. She's got this cute little tiny white stripe on her head right here. Look how tired she is. She's got cute little brown, they're kind of whitish brown paws with little spots. One of my favorite things, she's got a cute little white tipped tail that's really, really adorable. And she's got really cute coloring on her chest too.
Oh, we had a couple people reverse the thumbs down. We did it.
Anyway. She's really, really freaking cute.
And she's got no hair on her tummy, and she's got just the cutest little belly.
And she's got rear dew claws that are really interesting that I've never seen on.
You ever see cats that have a double paw. She's got.
Well, it's just
back
it's the rear,
puppy.
because cats and dogs have, it's basically kind of like a thumb, the dew claw, and you have to be careful because the nail can it wants to grow in a circle. Well, she has them on her hind feet too, because dogs usually have just 4 toes on the bottom. But she's real cute.
Yeah, she is definitely has
like,
puppy
I'm
breath.
trying to sleep. Yeah, look, she's got her little little head down.
She is a Chiweenie. She is half Chihuahua and half Dachshund.
Yeah, it's too hot to have this blanket on my lap.
She's very cute. She's very sweet. She has a really sweet personality. She does have a little bark when she wants attention. It's a little squeak more than a bark. She's very cute.
She's super, super cute.
Laura said, even Michael, shut up.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and start showing your hard goods?
Sure. Yeah. So I did get a little bit of clothing, but I really, again, second day, everything was 40% off. So I did pick up, I'll just show you real quickly. I picked up like 5 pairs of shoes. This woman there were tons and tons and tons of shoes, but I really only picked, like, cherry picked. I mean, these are like practically brand new on the bottom. These are just Stuart Weitzman, not vintage, newer Stuart Weitzman. And these are like a navy blue and black in perfect condition. I paid $4 a pair for these shoes. And this is another pair that I don't know if I've ever talked about this brand before, but it's a pair that if you see them out, you should pick them up. This is a good comfort shoe, Joseph Siebel. They do sell pretty well. They generally have, they're a flat sole. They have all different types. Again, these are in excellent condition. But again, $4. I picked up 2 or 3 pairs by this brand. And these sell for, I mean, the Stuart Weitzman ones, that's kind of a brand that's been really oversaturated. I'll probably get like 50. These will also get about $50 a piece. Again, $4 each. Why not, right?
Not too shabby.
These are Eli Tahari, which is not to be confused with the cheap Tahari that you will find at like Burlington or Marshalls or TJ Maxx. These retailed for $175-ish. What is it? $173 or something is the tag on here. Sorry, it won't focus. In any case, these are new in the box, and these will sell. Oh, actually, maybe worn once. Again, I'll probably sell these for $50 or $60. And then this other brand is another good brand. They sell for about $175 brand new. This brand, if you're not familiar with it, this brand Taryn Rose. They sell shoes. These are not vintage. This is just current brands. Shoes, boots, things like that. Again, retail was $173 on these. And these are just a basic suede flat, ballet flat, and they're in great shape as well. Again, $50, $60 for each of these. So
yeah, Laura, this was all from one estate sale.
Yeah, all one estate sale,
which is awesome. And we just kept like piling stuff up on their like table where you can put your stuff.
The whole table was full of all of my holds. So I mean, $4 a pair. So that's $16. I'm going to turn into at least $200 for those 4 pairs of shoes. I'm cool with that. Let's see. Something else I picked up. This was in a bag again, this is day 2 of the estate sale, 40% off. This is a brand new St. John leather belt. A brand new St. John leather belt. It's black leather. It's in gorgeous shape. It's never been used. There's not it's like in perfect condition. So I'm going to list this for about $150. It was $1.40. $1.20. I don't, it was $2, and then it was 40% off of that. So yeah, I paid $1.20 for that one. Gail says, "Do I sell vintage shoes?" I do if I find them. They have to be, they have to be worth listing. I don't sell just any vintage shoes, but yes, I do sell vintage shoes as well. Let's see. I'm just gonna quickly. I've got 3 articles of clothing to show, and then I'm going to show you more hard goods. Let's see. So this brand I've talked about many times before, but I do know we have some newer people watching, but this is Always Look in the Nightgowns, Lands of Salzburg. This is just it's vintage, modest. It's cotton. They're made in the USA. They're these long, like Laura Ingalls flannel nightgowns. This is a size small. I paid maybe $1 for it, and it'll sell for $50 or $60, especially this time of the year. What?
Laura says, so sexy.
Super sexy. What grandma core is super sexy.
And Allison says, my pup says sup to your pup.
Yep. This is another brand to pick up whenever you see it. I would say pick up almost anything. This is another nightgown brand. I would say pick up every robe or nightgown you see by this brand as well. It's Eileen West, but especially the Eileen West for Queen Anne's lace. The Eileen West for Queen Anne's lace are like longer. They're modest. They have a lot of lace on them. This is like lace edging. This is just a cotton nightgown that's buttons all the way down the front. It's very long, and it's just, it would almost be like, if this were not see-through, this would be like a it's very cottage core in a nightgown, romantic cottage core in a nightgown. So this would probably be like a $75 nightgown, and I only paid, you can't tell, the lighting is so bad in here, but it's like a very, very pale mint green with little tiny pink flowers on it. And I'll probably sell this for like $75.
Michael Landon thinks that's hot.
Gunny Sacks-ish P-Days. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Yes. Michael Landon does think that Laura Ingalls Wilder nightgown is hot. Super sexy. I loved Michael Landon. He was the first star that died that I cried over. Okay, let's see. So Victoria's Secret, speaking of, we talked about it earlier, Victoria's Secret gold label. I talked about it last week. This is the 80s into the early 90s, the gold label here. Sometimes it will say made in China. Sometimes it'll be made in Hong Kong, made in the US. This one's made in Turkey. It's okay. I'm not real concerned, but this is a terry cloth lined nightgown. It's got this big shawl collar, and it's a floral nightgown. It has the belt and everything. And again, I think I paid $3 or $4 for this, and it's not a full length. It's the kind that goes like maybe just past the hip length. Probably at least $75 for this as well.
Yeah. Allison, we're going to need you to send.
We need videos.
Vikki and I need pictures and videos of your Boston Terrier puppy, which your other dog is a Boston Terrier too, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them. So we're definitely, that's definitely a breed that we really like too. But you can pretty much never find Boston Terrier rescues, that's for sure.
No, yeah, you have to pay a ton. Okay, so into the more hard goods that are away from the clothing and things. So I paid $35 for this. So it was 40% off of $35.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Maybe $20.
Yeah, $21, $22. So I'm gonna I gotta be careful to show
My
you
grandpa had
this.
like
So
a bunch of those.
This is just it's a brass anniversary clock with the glass dome. But what is different about this? I'm gonna take the dome off just so I can show you a little bit. This was there again, second day, back of a table, nobody looking at it. They had it priced at $35. I would have paid $35 for it. What's nice about this one is, yes, they are kind of a dime a dozen, but this particular one is made by a company called Elgin. Again, not the brand has been around forever, since the mid to late 1800s, I believe. They make clocks and watches and everything like that. But what was nice about this one is this is a 400-day clock. It was made in Germany. So it's vintage.
400-day clock?
It means you wind it and it goes for 400 days.
That's crazy.
400 days. It's a single chime clock, and it is made in Germany. So this is a vintage Elgin clock. It is brass.
Crazy.
This particular clock will sell for about $200 to $250. So I'm not really worried about shipping it. I will probably ship it in 2 different boxes, Danny, because the clock itself is easy to protect, but then those glass domes, that's what will shatter. So the dome has to be shipped by itself. There is it's not likely that I'll be able to ship it safely, those 2 pieces in the same box.
Does the body spin?
It does. It does.
And
it came with the key, by the way, the key and the paperwork. Here's one thing. This particular woman had the boxes, paperwork, and the
manuals
dates written, manuals for everything. So she's it was a really good house. Everything was super clean. She had the dates written on all kinds of things, like when she bought something, she would write down the manual, and the manual was with everything. It was great. I can only imagine what day one looked like. I didn't have any time to go, but yeah, so we went yesterday. So that was one thing. So I paid what, 20, and I'll sell that for 200. I did a quick rundown and did some research yesterday, which I haven't done in a very long time. I usually don't research anything until I go to list it. I don't want to touch something 10 times, right?
But so if you get real excited, then you like to.
When I get excited, I like to bring the stuff home and research it and put prices on it, so I have an idea of what. That's how I used to do things, old school. And that's what I did yesterday, because we were home with the puppy and, you know, spending a lot of time at home. So I went and researched everything. So I spent $265 yesterday, and conservatively, I should be able to list everything for about $3,200. So that was a huge ROI on one estate sale grab. And I'm only showing you some of it. So let's see. This is another item that I picked up. Again, these are the prices on these things. So it had $10 price tag on it. So I paid $6. It was 40% off. This is made by Gemmy, whatever you want to call it. You know that I always pick up and sell anything Gemmy. So 2004, so not quite vintage, but this is actually new in the box. It is still attached in the box. It's just the plastic is kind of like gotten smushed. The top of the box got smushed. So I have this priced. There's a couple of these listed and a couple that have sold, but we are not quite into Christmas season yet. So I'm going to list this for about $75 to $80. And I paid $6 for it. It sings "Baby, It's Cold Outside." Let's see.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Here's another one. This was also listed for $10, so I paid $6 for this. This is new in the box. I took it out of the box just to double check, and it's still wrapped inside the plastic, inside the styrofoam. This is Christopher Radko. Most of you will know Christopher Radko is, you don't leave anything Christopher Radko behind. Ornaments, some of the ornaments go for hundreds of dollars, huge collectors for Radko. But this was made in 2000. She actually wrote it on the bottom. 12/2001, she writes, and when she gets stuff, like she wrote it on the tag on the bottom. It's so funny. So this particular Christopher Radko one, there's a couple of listed. There are none sold. This one was made specifically for, I guess, a certain department store of some sort. And the face on this Holy Family looks a little bit different than others. In any case, I'm going to list this for about $175, and I will get something pretty close to that. It's just a figurine.
Oh, I'm very excited about that, aren't you?
Yeah. It's just a figurine, and I don't think it's musical or anything. It's a Jacobson's exclusive Holy Family limited edition Christopher Radko. So, I don't think "Baby, It's Cold Outside" needs to be canceled.
It's a little rapey.
It's a little rapey, but so what?
Are you?
Every damn song is. Let's take back everything we've ever listened to.
Maybe you should take that back.
Everything we've ever listened to. We can cancel everything from the 50s, 60s,
I don't know.
70s.
I think we could probably cancel the song about date rape. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and be on board with that.
Let's see. Another one I picked up is this. Most of you probably have heard of these, the painted ponies. So Trail of the Painted Ponies. These are the figurines that are of horses, ponies. They're painted. And this particular one is from 2004. It's new in the box. I paid, again, 40% off of that 15. And it should sell. Well, yes, I do get to hold the puppy, but I'm holding stuff up right now. So this particular one, it has sold for as high as about $100. And I'm going to price it for like $150. There's only a couple. There are none with the boxes right now. It depends on which ones. Some of them sell for crazy amounts of money, but this is not one of them. But again, I'm probably going to list it for like $150, knowing it'll go on sale. And we're getting closer to Christmas, and people that collect these types of things are going to be giving them or getting them as gifts for Christmas or Hanukkah or what have you. And right now, as we've all been hearing over and over and over again, supply chain is so.
Hanukkah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb your slumber by saying Hanukkah?
Let's see. This I paid $2 for, just a vintage hand-painted tollware tray. It's a good size. The black is great. This is really nice for that whole romantic cottagecore, shabby chic, whatever you want to call it. It's just an aluminum tray, or a metal tray with and it's hand painted. So, you know, I'll probably list this for like, I don't know, $30 or $40. Nothing crazy, but black always seems to sell well. Let's see. This one I haven't been able to find much information on. I don't do a lot of auctions, but I may actually do this in auction. This is a Young Living, which is that like Young Living and doTERRA. There's like the, you know, the essential oils companies. So this is a Young Living essential oil diffuser set. I found it online, but they don't make it anymore, this particular one. And I can't find, it's new in the package, but I can't find what the original price was. So I found what it was called. I can't find what the original price was. Some of them sell for quite a bit. It's like a, it's a bronze looking thing. It looks like a, I don't know.
So it looks like tubing and whatnot.
Yeah, it has tubing. This is what the diffuser looks like. It looks almost like it's glass. It looks like a flame almost. Anyway, this particular one they don't sell anymore, so I don't know what it was ever called. It was the whole diffuser kit here, and it has the well base, and I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to put it in auction because some of them are selling for like $200 or so that are nicer than this, but I'm going to put it in auction for maybe $50. If it sells for $50, great. I mean, I think I paid $4 for it. So
cool.
If it goes for more, it goes for more. There are none listed and none sold recently. So I think it's an early model of something, but it was new in the box and like just sitting there. So let's see. A lot of times I'm going to pick up something. I don't even know what it is if I think the price is decent. So, oh, Shalene, we bought one of those. Oh yeah, please let me know if you find an original price. I found it online and I found it on the Young Living websites and everything, but I was never able to find the original price because they don't have them anymore. So I don't know what it originally cost. Not that that means anything because some people will spend way over what the original price was on some stuff. So anyway, I paid whatever, 40% off of $30. This is also new in the box. This is actually a pretty high end ultrasonic cold and warm and cold humidifier, room humidifier. It actually is for 650 square feet for an entire room size. So this was priced again 40% off of $30. So I paid $18 for it. The original retail price on this was almost $300.
Crazy.
So I'm going to price it at $150. And it's really nice because I will ship it in this box because this is not a collector's item. Nobody's trying to like preserve the external box for a freaking humidifier. It does not need a different box. It's, you know, fully encased in styrofoam and everything else. And if you were to buy something like this from, say, this original distributor, it would more than likely come in this box as it is. So I'll tape this up. I'll note it in the shipping, in the description that it will ship in this box. And that's the way it goes. Whoops.
Oh, my.
There goes the tollware.
Oh, what horrible thing was that?
I know. She's probably traumatized. Let's see. What else did I get?
Get your vacuum cleaner.
Yep, I got 3 more things to show. So again, I'm not afraid to pick up the big stuff, but I did only bring a little bit of this up to show you. But I picked up an Electrolux vacuum cleaner, 2004 model, but it has all of the attachments, tons of extra bags and filters and all kinds of stuff. It's freaking in beautiful condition. Electrolux is an expensive vacuum cleaner company. I paid, I think it was marked at $20. And again, it was 40% off. So I paid $12. This is another one that I'm going to sell for at least $150.
You got lots of attachments.
It has all the attachments. It has all the accessories, a bunch of extra filters and bags and stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. $2,500. I don't think this one was not that expensive. But it's like just the big metal Electrolux ones. I would grab those all day long too, by the way. If you see those at estate sales, the metal
Timothy, how dare you?
Ones.
Kimothy says
All right,
that
so
I'm
Katie's
gonna
gonna
have
have fun
box
boxing
it
that
up.
up.
It's true. She was looking at possibly buying this Bose whole speaker system, and I looked at of course, the manuals there that had all the different parts. I'm like, don't do it, please don't do it.
We couldn't find all the speakers,
and I was so happy.
So I've got 2 more things to show, and one of I gotta stand up. Sorry, one of them is really big, and somebody's got the puppy. So
normally I would be handing it to her.
So again, I just know it's old. I didn't know exactly what it was. I knew it was old. They wanted $12 for it. I knew it was old, and I knew it was it was priced at 20, but I paid 12.
It was not 65. That was like the item number for their
Right.
list.
I knew it was old, and I knew it was a fan. I didn't really know what the heck else it was. But what it is it's a 1970s, it's called a hassock fan. So for those of you from the East Coast or old school might know what a hassock is, a footstool, HASSOCK, hassock. It's made by a company called Galaxy. So it's the Galaxy Type H12 hassock fan. This should actually sell for, you'd put your feet on it and it would like a fan that would fan the room, I guess. And this will sell for about $150 as well.
Crazy.
And again, this kind of stuff, you just have to find the right box. It's not that it's, super difficult to ship. And then the last thing, I spent all day kind of like prepping stuff yesterday. So I paid. I know. I guess you can fan the room with stinky feet odor. You're right. Katy has never been this quiet, and she doesn't want to wake the puppy up.
She got a cute little puppy.
So the last thing that I picked up, and this is again smalls. I don't always pick up smalls, but they were so cheap I couldn't not. So they had 2 huge bags of vintage refrigerator magnets, and there were hundreds of them. And I paid $12 for both bags. And what I did yesterday is I cleaned them all. I gave them all a bath because they were all a little bit dusty and slimy. And I scrubbed them all down with toothbrushes and Dawn dish detergent. But what they had in there was a bunch of vintage sports ones. So I separated them all. So this is a lot of NFL ones from the 80s and the 70s. And I just wanted to show... they're like the little helmets, and they're the old school logos and old school teams and some of the teams that don't even exist anymore. These were sold, some of these were sold as sets. And if you could find the entire set, which this does not have all of them, unfortunately, the entire sets sell for upwards of $150 for the set, for a set of freaking magnets from the 70s and 80s. But I'm actually probably going to put these types of things in auction because they vary. So some people will sell these individually for like $10 a piece. That is not going to be me. I'm not doing 100 different, items. I'm going to sell them as a lot, and I'm going to put them in auction, and then, let the market determine the price. And if someone wants to buy them and then split the lot and make 10 times their money, God bless them. It's not going to be me. Like some old, like Taz that is not Raiders. Like Taz is very Raiders, right? So I've got this Taz with the Bears.
A lot of different teams.
And Taz with the Raiders. Taz with the Lions. And so a lot of these, like this one's all football. I separated them all yesterday. This one Leslie will like if she's still watching. Leslie loves to sell vintage pharmaceutical stuff. So this is a bunch of pharmaceutical magnets that I'll sell as a lot as well. Like I've got Bayer aspirin, Imitrex, which was for migraines. This was my godsend. This is the type of stuff that I would go get.
Work for me.
I'd get a shot. This is subcutaneous. So you'd get a shot in the ass or your hip when you had a migraine that wouldn't go away for 3 days. I used to love that. Suprax. I don't even know what that is. I'd have to look it up. Claritin, which we've all heard of. And then a couple of other different types of medications. So pharmaceutical stuff sells well. I'm going to sell that as a lot. I'm not going to sell them individually. Maybe $40 for the lot or so. Just like the NFL ones. I have dozens and dozens of NBA ones too. So the Phoenix Suns, the Chicago Bulls, the Atlanta Hawks. So these will all go in a lot as well. These will go auction just like the NFL ones. I'll probably start them at $50. And if they sell for 50, they sell for 50. If they don't get, okay. Thank you. PK Demas says Suprax is an old antibiotic. I would have researched it at some point. I just didn't live when I'm going. And then
Red Robin, Ripley's asleep right here, but I will hold her up at the very end again. She's sleeping on me right now.
And then the last lot that I'll talk about is this one is all Major League Baseball. And there are probably 50 to 75. So, Astros and Giants and the Angels and the Rangers and the Pirates. So again, these are all the Royals, the Milwaukee Brewers. So there's all different types of different magnets. Again, these are 70s, 80s. I don't think there were any even as early as the 90s. And I'll probably start these in auction for $50. And some of these sell for $10 to $15 a piece. So someone will buy them. I bet a reseller buys them and lots them out. And that's totally fine. If they want to make 10 times the amount of money as me, I don't care. I'm just not going to be the one to do that. I'm happy to just take the one lump and go. So I paid $12. And there's still more.
They were $10 a bag and then 40% off. So you paid $6 a bag.
I paid $12 for, and there's probably another 50 downstairs that I didn't show. They're different travel ones. So that's it. That's the highlight of the things that I picked up yesterday. I don't know. The stuff wasn't on the fridge. I think they actually, I don't know what they did with the collection, but they weren't on the fridge. Their house was too nice. I don't think they would have had them on the fridge. They might have had them in a collection in a drawer somewhere, or maybe they were on a fridge 30 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
all right.
And yeah, sure, Amanda, just send me a message. I'll sell those to you separately.
I'm getting all sweaty underneath this little puppy snuggling up to me on her little face. I'll take her downstairs after this and put her in her little puppy bed because she is sleepy McGee right now. But here she is.
Yeah, here's another Ripley.
Yeah, she's real sleepy right now. She says, "Hello, take me back to the sleepy place." Look how cute she is, you guys.
She's very sweet. So she's about 2.5 pounds now. And she's the sweetest darn thing, honestly. We're not getting a lot done because she does not like to, when she's awake, we have her in a playpen, a puppy playpen in the main living room, the family room. And we're not leaving her unsupervised in that room like our other dogs are. The other dogs are just fine. They're old and whatever.
When she's awake, we take her out of it and let her run around with the other dogs. It's just, if she's out, we can't not be with her because we have to make sure she doesn't get into anything or chew on anything she shouldn't be chewing on. So
yeah, so she definitely has to.
She goes in the playpen thing when she like this. I'll go put her down in there because she'll just go right to sleep, and that's where her food is too because she's eating the puppy food and the dogs are eating other food. So when she needs to eat something, I'll put her in there. But she doesn't. We don't leave her in there because when she's awake, she's gonna just. She
cries. She just wants to be. She wants to be picked up and she wants to be with the family. So
but she is a very lucky puppy, and we're really lucky too because we both work from home. So it's nice. I think of people who get puppies that have day jobs. I'm like, I don't know how they could manage it without just putting a dog in a crate all day long, which is sad. And so she just pretty much gets to hang out with us. And, she sleeps a lot. Like puppies sleep like up to 20 hours a day. So a lot of times like Vikki will have her in her lap while she's listing. And then when her legs are falling asleep, then she passes her over to me and she sleeps in my lap. And then I'll get up and go play with them. Today I'm processing all of my stuff and we're doing laundry. So I've been hanging out downstairs and she's been able to run around, and then she gets real tired and tried to curl up on my feet while I was standing at the counter. So I went and put her in her little bed and she went right to sleep. So
the other dogs like her, sort of. Luna and her will play. She likes to play with Luna. Luna's old. Luna's my fat Chihuahua, Chihuahua. She's 9.
Super old, but
she's all gray.
She's a bit sedentary normally.
She's fat. She's a fatty.
So she actually does like to play with Ripley, but she has to be warmed up. So it's like Ripley, anytime Luna is down on the ground, not on the couch, Ripley's like, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. And Luna will be like, I just want some freaking water. And then she'll run and jump back up on the couch. But when she's into it, she'll play. Like this morning, she played with her for like 15 minutes. And then Grizz has played with her a total of 2 times for 10 seconds each. Grizz is taking a little bit longer to warm up to her, but neither of them, they're not mean to her.
Nope, they're not mean. They're not aggressive.
They're
not,
more like,
they're not dangerous. They're more indifferent. They're more kind of like, what is this thing and why is it here?
Yeah. But I think it's going to take them a little while to warm up, but it's nice that, you know, she's little, she can't get on the couch. So the dogs just, when they're done, they just go jump up on the couch. She can't come after them. So they have some,
and then she kind of hops up against the bottom of the couch, like, hey, hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Pretty much.
She's
Pretty
cute.
much.
Puppy
training is going well. She already knows to pee on pee pads. So she's been doing that fine. It's a little bit harder for her to know that she needs to also poop on them. So we're watching her all the time anyway. So she's good.
She's about 50-50 with the pooping.
Yeah. But I watch her like a hawk. So there's been about 3 or 4 times now where I can tell when she's about to go, and then I'm carrying her through the air to the pads. So it's fun. She's doing good. She's doing real good.
Yeah, I mean, she's only been here for a few days, so she's for less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing pretty good. She was in a big playpen type area with all of the other dogs before, and there wasn't a lot of training going on. They did have puppy pads in there, but they weren't. Excuse me.
Oh, that was very scary.
They weren't training her. The dust on something.
Yeah.
So really, she's instinctively just kind of knows.
She's smart. She's a smart
girl.
I'm working on teaching her how to sit at treat time though. And I shouldn't know what's going on. It's just the other dogs sit, and then I have her treat for her, and I say sit, but I just wait till she kind of naturally on her own suddenly decides, oh, I should sit too. And I figure eventually she'll figure out like that's when the treat happens. So slowly but surely. Our dogs don't really know a lot of tricks because we don't really care that much about making them do tricks for us. But having them sit is always good because it's like you want them to be like calm before they get their
Sandy.
treat.
Thanks, Sandy.
Yeah.
She said, bless you.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well,
that's it.
We got
That's
some
all we
work
got.
to do. I got to get back to my laundry. I got to put this. I'm like so hot holding this dog because they're like a little heater factory.
Come here, little heat box.
So she needs to go down into her bed where she can curl up and sleep. And this, by the way, is her favorite toy. Is a string of hot dogs that squeak that we got from Deb and Mel. That was their dogs, but their dogs were very much not caring about it. But she loves this thing. Yeah, we are done. Sorry. You just want like a whole video that's just puppy time? Yes, it's just puppy time. He's the cutest little puppy. She is real cute. All right, guys.
Smells like a puppy.
She does smell like a puppy. She's so cute. So cute. All right, guys. We will see you later. Definitely should be back for a show next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we probably won't have any kind of like unboxing video this week because I don't think Vikki has anything.
I do have something on its way, but I don't know if it'll be here before the end of the week. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is not going to be a puppy cam. Come on now.
There should be, right?
There should be, but
I think
no.
it'd be pretty good. I think there should be a cam.
Sandra, just move the camera to her bed, please. And thanks.
Yeah. We should get one. You like that? You like that? No, she does not want to play with her wieners right now. Okay. All right, guys. We will see you later and have a good week. And I'm going to get back to doing laundry. And this puppy's going to go take a proper nap in her little bed. All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.